fawning pond. Probably leave it open a little bit, seeing as it's so warm.
Right, lads, can I just get you bed?
Yes.
And what number's your address on?
He's the guy's next door, 8 to Glebe Street.
You got my mobile number? Okay.
Yeah.
Fire away. What's happened on the 14th, was it?
14th.
Yep.
Like, yeah, about one off, one whack, one.
Right.
Off on Ellesmere Street, Lee. Outside, near Holland and Barrett and Lloyd's Bank. There's been a bit of, let's just say, this guy's been causing a lot of John O'Malley. He's in court, I think, for harassing a police officer, and he's harassing me. I have rang the police several times about him, so as Patricia.
Ongoing issues with him.
Yeah,
you got ongoing issues.
Yeah, Stephen Allison, and they've got all the names of the arrested crew. Basically the same thing. He's harassing people. He's inciting race. There's a lot of Romanians nearby. He's basically turning these people against people who won't testify for it. He's several court cases coming up out everywhere, and basically there's a lot of Romanian kids around there. The other words to use, he's grooming them to cause mayhem actually on the street. He's in my opinion, he's trying to cause a race war, right? I've recently been in court already by a Romanian girl harassing me, and my partner is very ill, and racially harassing us, and they was found guilty. And she was groomed by John O'Malley, her name's Sarita. I think she's been recently in trouble again. She's always in court and that, basically. Basically, I think he's using them to do the dirty work of whatever. He's a grade A no case between me and him.
So why has this come about yesterday?
Well,
I take it you've just been to the shops.
I was just doing the shopping, walking through, and I rang the police a few days ago. I was talking to somebody who doesn't look like somebody, Stephen Allison from Steve and his wife Alison.
Where do they live?
This was a few days before, though. This says that they'll look basically. Sort of logged and everything.
And he doesn't like Stephen Nelson?
No, because they won't basically tell lies for him in court. Okay. He's in Crown Court again for basically attacking a gang of, I think, Romanians with a baseball bat. Okay. He's attacked a few people with baseball bats. He usually gets off with that. Okay. Basically, I saw him going past. He's a very violent guy, so you've got to be careful. But he was with his mother. So I thought there was the time to ask him calmly to stop harassing me. I calmly asked him, John, could you please stop harassing me? Stop putting lies on social media. I'm not on social media. He's calling me, I'm being called a racist. He's inciting racial hatred against me. Could you please stop inciting racial hatred towards me? And he basically said, shut up, or something. Basically, shut something, don't come here, shut up, go away, shut up. Which, I'd carried on walking. The next thing, he doubled back, and he come right into my face, spitting and snarling, whatever, I can't out of it. Then that stopped, and I carried on, and he come back again, and he said, spitting again, so his face right into mine, I could spitting again, and he headbutted me.
Did it create any injuries or anything?
Well, bleed. I've been to the blockade centre to go, and the suspected could be broken, and I've got for going leaving tomorrow, basically.
Right.
I was seen by an ambulance as well yesterday. I think he's harassed quite a lot of police officers. I'm sure you're aware of it.
Yeah.
Inspector
Coburn.
Coburn, sorry, Coburn. Yeah.
That's the one.
Yeah.
You seen by ambulance here today or yesterday?
Yesterday. today I've been to
Okay,
the
so he's got right in your face, sort of snarling. Has he said anything well?
I can't, I'm not sure, I can't. I basically just remember that initial thing, I can't. I thought it's my time to, he's a very violent guy, it's time to, he's with his mother, I thought.
Yeah.
You know, and
Is this outside Holland Barrett?
yeah, right,
Is Holland Barrett on the main Bradshawgate stretch? Or is it
it's the side of Superdrug. You've got Lloyd's Bank, the Lloyd's Bank, Howland and Barrett. There's literally cameras everywhere. It should be on camera. There's cameras. It's like a main thoroughfare to the bus centre, the bus station side, the bus station's been here. I've done a bit of investigating today. There's cameras up at Lloyd's Bank who are expecting a call from themselves. I think there's a shop called Precious who are pretty sure they should have it on camera. They cover all that area where it were.
Sorry if I already said it, Lance. Did you say what time it was about that this has happened?
Well, I've got the phone call.
Is it about 1:30?
I put 105 in here. I think I rang the 999 the first time I rang that was about 1:11. I think 1:11. So it's before that.
So just a little bit
so
before
I'd
that.
say 1 till half. What you know, it should be
Yeah.
that. It should be in that spectrum.
Okay, mate. Yeah, thank you.
I mean, I rang the police straight away. I'm not sure if they watch because there's literally cameras everywhere. Because there's banks everywhere.
Yeah.
It's the main, one of the main shopping. I can't believe they did that. I thought in centrally with his mother with him. And after that, the police said stay there. So we stayed there. By this time, I was joined by a neighbour from Gordon Street. I've got all the details. Jean.
So you're joined by a neighbour outside Holland and Barrett?
Well, she come out here once and I said, well, I've just been attacked by that.
Yeah, so did she witness it at all? No.
She witnessed what come afterwards. It was her, even after the attack. He stayed in the vicinity for 2 hours. Pacing, stirring, snarling.
Stay on sort of Bradshawgate area?
Yeah, all that. And, all this should be out of the car talk. The police, I just hope to God it's on camera. It should be. It really should be.
Hopefully.
Yeah. Because this guy's not got to admit it, he's used to dealing with the police. Just look at his social. I suggest you look at his social media side. He's put racist. Apparently, since he's put racist remarks about me, and something about I'm more racist than I am. I'm not a racist born in my body, but he accuses everybody of being racist. If you don't, because a lot of Romanians, he's turning people against each other to start basically a race war. You know.
How long have you two sort of had issues?
Oh, years on and on. As of the other woman at the other side, Patricia Manfred, I've got her details. She's currently writing diary sheets for the council about the noise. He plays rap music really loud. He just likes to annoy people, that's all. Could you also log down? I've recently been in court against what I'd said one of his prostitutes, so a girl he has groomed called Sanita Sanita Elena. She was found amongst a lot of other crimes. She's basically a gang member in my opinion. She thinks assault me, but against me it was race like a bit put the dog on my partner in there.
Right.
Not to come here, he groomed her. He's just scared of me, and she was painting swastikas on the wall, things like that. I like swastika this week, I'm 50. Up until that had happened, I'd never had a threatening letter. And the day she got charged for the race like with the car.
How long ago was that?
Well, it was in court about 6 months. She got sentenced about 6 months ago. She was given a restraining order to go with me, which she didn't uphold, you know. I was sent what could be described as a terrorism letter, a warning, a very threatening letter, which surprisingly...
Have you told the police this before?
They've just seen it. They say it's not connected, which is incredible. It is. I think it's off him.
Yeah.
I've had 9 letters off him asking when I got caught for him. I've kept them all. As of other people, if you don't back him in court and tell lies, he turns on you, and he'll turn all his Romanian little friends. He gives all the Romanians, because they have very little, so he's grooming them. He's buying them chocolates, buying them phones, buying them trainers, buying them bikes. I know it sounds a bit crazy, but
Don't know.
it's happening, I can assure you. And I want that letter re-investigating. This guy's he's a danger. He's a danger. Several people, I've got names here who've recently reported him, including a woman in her 70s who he's threatened to kill. That's another neighbour that he's threatened to kill 70 people.
So, in terms of this assault, are you happy to provide a statement?
Yeah.
If we sort on now?
Yeah.
We'll just get a picture of your nose. I know it doesn't
Yeah.
look too bruised, but at the same time...
Well, she suspects it. I said, I'll have to go to like a proper...
Yeah. Unfortunately, it doesn't look massively
I hope
viewed,
it's not,
but we'll still get a picture of it and
Yeah.
put it in your statement.
Yeah.
And we'll obviously have a look around for the CCTV just in relation to this. In terms of all the things like the swastikas, bits and pieces, the ongoing issues, our neighbourhood team deal with that. We're sort of response officers and we deal with it now.
Yeah.
But I'm sure you understand that. We'll be sending.
For some
we'll obviously
reason,
send all the details.
what are you guys? Are you anything to do with Lee West?
Yeah, so we're lead police
Yeah,
officers,
yeah,
but we
yeah.
respond to stuff. So
But
the fact that you've called us in now,
there's
we
something
tend
out.
to-
There's a lot of trouble brewing in that area.
Yeah.
I've reported 3 what I can only say is racist incidents in the last few weeks. The guy crossroad from was a lot of racist writing, and there's a black guy at 20 Prescott Street. There's a gang and I've seen him doing monkey chants to him. You know, the last family who were Asian, they moved out for racial abuse. You know, and it's not on really.
No.
Sorry, lads, can I just get a quick photo of your knuckles?
Never been asked that before.
And try and just stand up a little bit, just try and get the light proper. No, just look at me straight. Go side on.
Got it. Well, this guy's a menace to society. I don't know if you know his history and that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he's got it in for the police big time.
Oh yeah.
There's
I
something
believe
else.
so.
There's young kids in that household, but people I'm sure people have reported about.
Yeah.
They stay over. There's something not right going on there. Something seriously wrong. And I don't think it's being investigated because, like you said, without being horrible, the parents of these children they don't give a shit.
Yeah.
You know, basically somebody could knock on the door and say, "Can I take your kids away for 8 weeks?" and say, "Yeah."
Yeah.
There's children going missing, handed into the police station from certain events. There's things happening. You know, there's a paedophile ring going on there for one, in my opinion.
Yeah.
It's a bit more discreet now because they've put cameras up, so this has helped a little. But,
Yeah.
the council they need to the council goes get a guy called Dane Anderton.
Yes.
And
Yeah. I suppose
he's in
so.
court. John O'Malley's threatened to kill him.
Sorry, that's where we born.
Pardon?
And you're working at it.
But,
What's your usual postcode?
at home, like, but you've got to look at his social media.
Okay.
I'm sure the police are screenshotting anything.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things on about Paul. Things in Scotland.
The inspector.
Inspector
Yeah.
So he's Scotland, various PC Powell and.
Yes.
I don't.
Yeah.
So I just get told. I get told off various people.
Yeah.
He's putting things on. It's very distressing when your own family are you all right? And think, you know. I said, well, this hasn't happened. Fewer lies, you know, and
Yeah.
I'm being. It's a very delicate. I mean, I'm being classed out. I mean, not just me. Several people is calling racist.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of you know, your life's in danger out there. You know,
Yeah.
it's very tense at the moment, and it's stirring a lot of racial hatred. And I don't think enough's been done by the police or the council, if I'm truthful.
Okay. Yeah. No, it's a fair comment to make, mate.
I think it's been going on too. It's not been nipped in the bud.
Yeah.
I mean, I've had meetings with the police and the council, and they don't seem to work together. Which, you know, they say they do, but they don't. The council slap the police off. The police are like the council, they do nothing. You know, that's where I find
little
it.
circle. Yeah.
Yeah. For some reason, it's been kept. There's a lot of shit happening around there. It's been a lot of people. It was a cover. It's been covered up. by some, I don't know, it is strange how it's still going on after all these years, you know.
How many years would you say it's been going on for?
12 years.
12 years.
And nobody's been moved out. Nobody's been,
No. How long have you lived there
honestly,
for?
before there were cameras, it was crazy. It was like a film in New York.
Yeah.
And it was mainly Romanian gangs.
Yeah.
You know, they park up, drugs, prostitution, you know.
Yeah.
And these prostitutes were young, you know, seriously younger.
Yeah.
I'd say 10, 12-year-old. People ring it police, nothing ever happened, you know.
How long have you lived there for?
Sorry lads, just to put in, sorry. While you're speaking with my colleague Andy, I'm just going to start putting sort of some notes together on this statement about what you've already told me, and then we'll sort of work through it. So that's what I'm doing now, basically.
No. How long would you say you've lived there for then?
All my life, 53 years.
53 years? What, in the same house? Yeah.
Yeah. I've got to get out of it. Wow, it's not good for your health around there.
No. So who lives here?
And the partner in there.
Your partner in there? No.
Right. She'd never had any dealings with police. She meets me. She's on first name terms with police.
How long have you been with your partner?
She was racially harassed.
Yeah.
He's been racially harassed. Never happened to her before in life until she drives down. Every time she drives, she'd get a brick thrown at her.
No.
And no disrespect, the police were interested.
Yeah. No, I'm with you. How long have you been with her for, your partner? How long have you been with your partner for?
Oh, about 3 years.
About 3 years, yeah.
She doesn't want to be on it, you know. It's not the place to be. It's not nice. It's not nice.
No, definitely not.
I mean, I'll give you an example. It's a bad family. You know, they're 89 Glebe Street. Lorenzo.
Yeah.
Next sold at auction 6 months ago for 36,000 quid.
Sorry, Lance, you're out doing some shopping by yourself?
Yeah.
Because I didn't notice driving up there a few months ago, there was quite a few houses on Glebe Street up for sale and stuff.
It's horrible.
Yeah.
It's just that little bit near, on the corner, Glebe Prescott, where the cameras are.
Yeah.
And them cameras, because they seem to pick very little. I mean, the only good thing they've done, they captured that maniac with a baseball bat, John O'Malley. They captured him in full technicolor, so that's another of his court appearances. I think he's in Bolton Crown Court in September.
So what would you call John? One of your neighbours?
Well, he's the next.
Yeah.
Psychopath, I described him as. I don't idiot, but he's teaching these kids and he absolutely hates the police. I don't know why. Is it something deeper or whatever?
Do you know his date of birth?
No. He's
how old would you say he was?
I'd say early 50s again. Not just the authority, the council as well. And I mean, it's pure hatred. That's the only one I can describe it. You know, it's pure violent hate. He's teaching all these young kids. It's a time bomb around there.
Yeah. What's his wife's name?
Carol.
That's it. Yeah. Yeah.
She's as bad as him.
I couldn't think of a name then. But
I'd sooner live next door to Fred and Rose West. They're quieter.
Maybe a bit more building work on it.
Yeah. Well, I think kids are safe though, you know what I mean. He has a famous for his pool parties.
I believe so.
Yeah, very worrying.
What's
something not right going on?
No.
I think he's using it to his advantage. The situation of that area, he's using it to his advantage in more ways than one.
How long have you been having issues for? A few years?
Years with it, yeah. It calms down, it starts. Do my best to stay out of his way, you know.
What sort of generally, what have the issues been about?
He'd be banging
No,
that wall.
he's-
No, he's banging that wall. And the other woman, she'll confirm everything I tell you. Rap music. I think she's in the process of dealing with the Dane and the council about it.
Yeah.
Rap music, loud. I mean, loud.
Pressure to support his
Campaign.
campaign.
Yeah. I've had several letters off him.
It was against the police, though, wasn't it?
Yeah, again. Well, he's. Straight, I had a letter off Paul. I keep forgetting this.
Coburn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he didn't mention it by name. It's John, the guy who goes out protesting. You tell him from me. I'll tell you. I can tell you exactly what is going on around there. He says six Romanian families have moved out of Blue Street, and I hate this guy. As you can see, the events I've had years of abuse of it. No Romanian families moved out because of them. Even though I think he's had this problem with the Romanians, he's all over them. There's Romanians knocking on it. There's 20 to 30 kids going in that house every day. There's children sleeping over.
Yeah.
So he's got it all. I don't know where he's getting his information from. I'm guessing it's from the two PSOs, two largest girls.
Yes, yeah.
It's all wrong.
Yeah.
Nobody's. I mean, the only person I've seen. Nobody's racially abused any of them Romanians. There's too many of them. You don't. You'd be in trouble. I've been racially abused. The white guy across the road who lives with his tiny wife has, and the African guy gets a lot of abuse, a lot of monkey chants. And the guy who had the house before was an Asian family, but they moved out because of racism. So he has got that,
Yeah.
But he's right. He's definitely. He's instigating racial hatred, 100%. There's nothing, everybody around there will tell you that.
Yeah.
In fact, they've all reported it.
Yeah.
In his warped sense of humour, I think he's thinking it might help his court cases if it kicks off. He's trying to get all these Romanian youth to cause annoyance, cause mayhem, antisocial behaviour.
Yeah.
Because no disrespect, he realises that the police don't come out very often to these Romanians.
Yeah.
And it's political correctness or not. Probably is, if we're truthful. And I think he's using it to his advantage.
Yeah.
I'd love for the inspector to ring and I'll tell him exactly what's going on, exactly what he's doing.
Yeah. I think.
But it's got to evict.
Yeah.
There's got to be evictions around there.
Yeah.
Ormal is one of them, and definitely 89, the Lorenzo fella.
Yeah.
It's got to be there. And where I don't understand, I've been to meetings and both the police and the council apparently support closure orders, yet none have been issued.
None's been issued, yeah. Who's the meetings been with? Is that like with Coburn and?
I think he's been at Dane, who's the council.
Yeah.
I spoke to what's the woman called on the phone? She's Sergeant Dill. Is it Dilworth?
Dilworth, yeah.
I mean, what more do they have to do
Yeah.
apart from somebody getting killed? I think there's been every other crime committed. But to me, them CPSOs, especially the larger of the two,
Yeah.
is useless. In my opinion, I'll tell you now. In my opinion, she's making a bad situation worse.
Why? What's she doing?
Well, she's there was a lot of trouble, but usually stems from '89, and there was a spate of muggings.
Yeah.
I'll give you an example. A spate of muggings. I'll tell you as it is. They were by Romanians. It's not. That's where it is. We all knew where they lived. Everybody knew it was there. Even a woman was mugged on her own doorstep, Samantha Brown, by one of them. She was talking to one day about, that's all way. What's with these muggings, like these Romanian guys mugging women? What are you going to get them? Have you any idea? I'll tell you. I was trying to tell her. I said, who's told you it's a Romanian guy? I said, well, the woman who's been mugged. Which it was. You can Samantha Brown can check out. She turned and said, God's honest truth. No, isn't like it. She said to me, I said, you're wrong, man. She said, why? She said the guy she was mugged by was a white lad, a local lad, and he's been dealt with in court. I said, well, that was quick. So I went and told Samantha, and I said, why she said that? I said, I don't know, not a clue. Not a clue.
No,
So that is not
no.
good. That is not good.
No, I'm not
The
familiar
other
with that
ones
one.
look fine.
Yeah.
The other blonde girl.
Yes.
I'm not sure. Is her name Jessica? The largest of the two.
Yeah.
She's a liar. So I found out to be a liar. The other one's fine. She's not helping. She's like by coming out with crap like that. She's making a bad situation worse. That's my opinion.
Yeah, no.
So if she's going back to Paul Coburn and telling him, oh, everything's fine, and telling him, I've got a letter off Mr. Con. It's just ridiculous. Some of the things he said, it can't. Yeah, he's obviously getting his information from somewhere because the things he's saying isn't happening. I mean, if I thought, oh, Mally had got certain people have moved out of the Glebe Street because of it, I'd tell you, I'd be like, but he hasn't. That hasn't happened.
No.
I can assure you. He's told me this, and they haven't. This hasn't happened. You know, as much as I'd like it to, but it hasn't. You know, the facts are. He's pally with the Romanians at the moment. He has fallen out with them, as you. Well,
Yeah.
You couldn't make it up, really. What's happening? You couldn't make it up.
No. Are you due at court with him at any point? Over him at any point?
No. I've only been to court once, and that was
Is that
the girl from
Romanian
Coles,
girl?
who was. She wrote for all sorts, but with me it was just basically every time we pulled up in Lee, we call white bastards white bricks and throwing bricks at the car.
Yeah.
After parking on the streets, it's ridiculous, you know. And then we just parked up just for put what gang on me, you know, led by who was like that with no malice. He was taking her on. Apparently took her to Blackpool for a few days. She'd have been about 12, 13 at the time, I think. Why? You probably know her. She's a nightmare kid from hell in my, you know. Well, there you go. He seems to be connected in everything that's going on, right in the wrong kind of way.
Yeah.
You know? He thinks he's being clever. I think he's using using these kids really. You know. He knows their parents don't give a shit. There's 5 and 6 year olds on the street, 2 and 3 in the morning. I can understand he's drugged up sometimes.
Yeah.
Falling down.
When he's returned, when he's walked off, then returned and got straight in your face, did he say anything?
I can't think, Mum, but yeah, he ran a rant. I can't remember, you know, because of I can't. He's very extremely aggressive. He's got a short temper.
Yeah.
He's got anger issues like.
Really nice house here, isn't it?
Yes.
Really nice.
So, has he walked off, come back, got in your face? Has he walked off again before
Then
he's
come back?
and then
Yeah,
come back
twice.
again?
Yeah.
And this is outside
Alan and Barrett, Lloyd's Bank. Yeah. Until late.
Till 7 in the morning.
Jesus.
Yeah. Be a late one.
And that used to be a lovely street, Glebe Street.
I believe so.
I think rental markets killed it.
Yeah.
It's just
I can't believe one of them went for. How much did you say?
30,
36?
yeah. You wouldn't want to live there. You wouldn't live
No.
there.
Yeah.
It's a nightmare, it really is. It's
Yeah. What? Have they bought it, moved in, or have they bought and rented it? Do you know?
it's just going to be an extension of Lorenzo's family, isn't it? And if the trouble continue. Well, the policeman told me that house is costing the taxpayer $1 million a year. And I'm surprised it's not more. You're constantly there, social services, council, every day, people, somebody coming and going,
and then you said
them kids are taken into care, they go missing, we suspect she looks a bit, the rumour is she's pregnant.
Sorry to be really specific, but when he's headbutted you, where has he hit you? Forehead, bridge of the nose?
Yeah.
Do you know what part of his head he used? As daft as that is.
Forehead. Yeah.
They were in there, he like pressed out mine, you know. But you should keep tabs on, because I'll tell you, I can't stress it how much his hatred of the police is, and the council. Pure. It's, I can't describe it as if you kill his parents or something. It's pure hatred, you know.
Yeah.
It's got to come from somewhere, don't know.
No, I'm not sure where he gets it from, but yeah, I know he's very anti-police.
Did you stay on Bradshire Gate for a couple of hours?
Yeah.
You stayed
and he stayed there watching every move I made.
What were you doing?
Waiting for the ambulance. I was sat for about an hour, but I was sat in the bank as well. They took me in the Lloyd's bank.
Yeah.
You said you called the police at around 11 minutes past.
Who called the ambulance?
I can't think it was me. I think the police did it.
Oh, yeah.
I think
That makes sense, yeah.
Does your nose bloody?
Yeah.
It'll start bleeding. So you waited for the ambulance for a couple of hours, how come you left?
How come I left?
Yeah. Did you just get to the stage of
the ambulance took at 7 o'clock.
Yeah. So and it turned up here.
Yeah, at 7 o'clock.
Yeah. Sorry, I have to be really specific. It's just
they rang up and said, "Are you still at Piccadilly Gardens, Manchester?" Because I don't know. I'm 12 mile away from them in Lee, Lancashire. But he kept going past us. There's a bench at one end, like a little cafe thing, like a gazebo what sells coffees in the back. He didn't leave it. He saw me on the phone, so he probably guessed I was leaving. Apparently he's putting things on social media as we speak. He's fishing to find out. He'll be waiting for a knock on the door. I think. I think he enjoys it. You walk away.
Yeah.
But,
could be. Yeah.
And if you ever go his hard, because he's got serious issues and he's got a hatred for the Caroline support, especially the police.
So when he was walking up and down, what was he? Did he say anything to you then?
I think wanker sign. He did say something which Jean commented, and I can't remember. My neighbour had joined it by then. Harassment, I think you'd call it. He won a gold medal at it because Olympics for harassment.
If it was a sport.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Middle finger, 2 fingers.
But I had both that there.
Yeah.
And he did shout on back. He mumbles when it's hard to tell what he says sometimes. Jean commented on something he said, but I can't remember what it was. She lives in Gordon Street. She's even had letters off him for willing to go to court for her, she's refused, of course.
Yeah. So after a couple of hours, did you travel straight here?
I went back to Jean's in Gordon Street for a while. She made me a drink, and then I put in the shop and I got the come up here. Yeah, and the ambulance arrived. I think it arrived about 10 to 7. I think.
am I spelling Jean? Jeans.
Yeah. Jen. Yeah.
Jean. For a drink before going back to the park.
Yeah. I don't know how he keeps getting away with these things.
No, hopefully at some point it'll be sorted fully.
What did the ambulance say when they got here?
Just check me out. Any issues like she's suspecting me those could be done, but they can't actually go into a walking centre. A&E, sorry. Yeah, but they've suggested it could, again, my mole looks swollen, possibly broken, but I have to go to Wigan or Wigan Hall, I suppose.
So we're not sure if anybody, we don't think anybody witnessed it, but we...
They were, but they didn't hang about, they wouldn't hang about. I begged them to stay, but I can't ask them to till... Oh, well, nobody came, really. And then I said, please do the right thing, ring the police. I think they're a bit, they saw it, I think they're a bit scared, actually. About 3 people definitely witnessed it. I'm hoping there's cameras everywhere pointing at it, you know. Like I said, the woman from Precious said it should be caught because of the direction of their cameras.
Yeah.
You've got your council cameras and you've got your bank cameras.
Yeah.
But they're all the way I said, hopefully the police will be contacting you soon. My main worry was in case they get wiped, but apparently they don't wipe them for half an hour, panicking over that.
No, they normally store them for a set amount of time first.
Yeah, it's 30 days, I think they saying to me.
Yeah, I think that's about the standard time. Yeah.
But if you would jot down, like I said, I would like that threatening letter investigated again. Well, it's never been investigated. I think it should have been investigated. I mean, obviously it was up at a court shed, so it wasn't connected. I find it incredible that it wasn't connected. The day she's charged, I get this. I've never had a threatening letter off a reported me from a terrorist group 53 years on Earth, and suddenly I get one.
Yeah.
The day she's been, and he groomed her basically.
Yeah.
How many years specifically have you known John, do you reckon?
Well, since he's been known of him, I've never seen it. He's been an arsehole.
Reasonable figures? How long?
I'd say 10, 11 years. I've just done my best to avoid him, basically.
How would you describe him?
A psychopath.
No, as in physical description.
Oh,
How tall? So is he white?
White.
Yeah,
cropped hair, going grey a bit.
Cropped hair?
Yeah. He's got a tooth missing, and he was snarling in my face, spitting in my face. Wiry. He's,
How tall is he?
I'd say about 5, 10, 11.
5, 10, 11.
Slim. Always looks dirty.
Yeah.
It always looks scruffy and dirty. It's quite scruffy and dirty. Well, she does as well.
Yeah.
Need a good wash, you know. No, that's true.
Yeah, no, I get it.
People, you put them in a Armani suit, they look scruffy, you know.
It's one of them things. It's a way that you describe him as saying, no, that's fair.
was he wearing at the time?
I think he had a bluey grey t-shirt and a back. He always had a backpack on. Very rare you see him about with that backpack on.
T-shirt, was he short sleeve, long sleeve?
Short sleeve, I think. You can get these photos all over Facebook.
Yeah.
Apparently, I've been told.
Any pants?
I could say jeans, but I'm not. You know, I'm a suit bound. More likely jeans, I'm guessing. It would be a guess.
Yeah. Shoes, trainers. Not sure. No, it's fine. It's fine if you're not sure, mate.
Yeah.
Honestly.
I've been all good for crime watches.
No, don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Just one of them questions.
I know exactly who it was. You know, I'm sick of,
What was he doing with his hands? Did you see his hands? And
I'm not sure.
through it? No.
Fine,
mate. Yeah. No,
Yeah.
honestly, that's fine.
I'll give you a read of what I've got together already. Okay. So I'm Lance Burke. 7, and my details are on the other side of this form. This is my statement of an incident that occurred on the 14th of June at around 1:05 outside of Holland and Barrett, Spinninggate, Lee. On the 14th of June 2021, at approximately 1 o'clock, I've been out in Lee doing some shopping by myself in Spinninggate, Lee, which is in the town centre. I've seen one of my neighbours, John O'Malley, who I'm having ongoing issues with his mother in Lee town centre. Previous to this incident, we have been having ongoing issues for a few years, and I've had years of abuse from him. These include the level of noise he creates from his house, and he has had complaints from a lot of neighbours about that. He has had a campaign against the police, and he has previously put pressure on me to support this, and when I have refused, he has started to abuse me on social media and accused me of having racial motives.
Yeah.
I believe he is instigating racial hatred with the Romanian community in the local area, and has brought me into this scenario many times. There are ongoing issues with his social media posts. At 1:05 on the 14th of June, I have approached John outside Holland and Barrett and Lloyd's Bankley about these social media posts and asked him to stop harassing me over social media, stop bringing me into this racial hatred situation. John has told me to shut up and go away. John has walked off with his mother, and approximately 1:05 has walked back towards me and got into my face and started snarling at me and ranting at me. He was extremely aggressive, but I can't remember what he specifically said. I'm aware of his short temper and anger issues, and I felt really threatened. He's walked off again and then returned towards me and got into my face and headbutted me with his forehead right on the bridge of my nose. He's then walked off again, and I have immediately called the police at around 1:11 and an ambulance for my nose, as it had started to bleed. I stayed in the area for a couple of hours waiting for the ambulance, and John continued to walk up and down Bradgate in the town centre. He was giving me abusive gestures towards me, such as the wanker sign and the middle finger. After a couple of hours, I grew tired of waiting for the ambulance and went to my friend Jean's address for a drink before going back to my partner's address. The ambulance eventually arrived at around 7:10 at my partner's address. They checked my nose and suspecting it may be broken and want me to attend the walking centre when I can. I'm waiting for the swelling to go down. I've known John O'Malley for around 10 years and would describe him as a white male, cropped hair going grey. I think he has a tooth missing, wiry and slim, around 5'10". At the time of the incident, he was wearing a blue/grey short sleeve t-shirt with a backpack on, and I'm unsure about his trousers and shoes.
Yeah,
Happy with that so far?
that's great. Two lads out of the league, they recently moved out because of them.
Oh.
It's all through not going to court for it.
Yeah. No, it's shouldn't have to move out of where you live. Definitely.
I call Andy Crowes, he was council worker as well. A lot of trouble with him. Still a lot of buying house on Green still.
I think you might have put me off.
It's funny, it's just that little bit near the ring, it's just that.
Is it top? He's
Middle,
yeah.
it's like,
from problems like the bottom to the middle into
yeah, well, then there's the part bit really well.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
Raspberry Street part, that back, you know the famous back shooter then.
Yeah. Oh yeah, no there.
But what I mean, that, what's the name of the top, the CPS or the that?
Yeah, I know you mean.
Jessica.
Yeah, Jess.
She closed doors, she said, I said, so I'll get these doors for closed. I said, Donald Trump will keep them gates closed. They were all within about 8 seconds, I think. They just rattle them all, them gates. I said, you'll not stop the drug trade at now.
No. Definitely not.
How's this specific incident affected you, Lance?
It's just never ending. It's just like harassment all the time, intimidation, harassment, and it's gone up a level because basically because I won't support him in court and my other neighbours. You get like he's using all these let's say Romanian children friends to cause people distress, and if we dare to complain. Well, they're complaining because they're all racist. He's playing the race. He's playing.
Yeah.
He thinks he's being clever.
How does it make you feel?
Well, I feel your life's in danger there because them kids would kill somebody for him. I mean, that's it. You know, I've witnessed her burn an house down.
Yeah.
Burn an house, you know. Street. She set fire to the house. I rang police about that fight. But for the fight, it would have burnt down. Half the house was, everything were melted. The doors, the entry, you know. Nothing happened. So if he's got a lot of, he's horrible. He's a nasty bastard.
Yeah.
He's a lot of power in that street because they'll do anything for him.
Yeah.
He in his house, he feeds them. He's buying trains, buying mobile phones. It's not normal. He's buying bikes. These are kids who have very little.
Yeah.
So he's like a god to them. You know. They're on his foot, John, trying to climb through. It's like Beatlemania. You know. He's a we all know he's a nomad. Nobody else goes near his house apart from Romanian children.
Yeah. No, strange.
It's very strange, incredibly strange. And suddenly everybody's getting in all this trouble. And that's an eater what's looking into by it.
Yeah.
Okay, I've just put a little paragraph together. But this incident again showed me that this is never ending, and I just want all these issues to stop. These issues.
Yeah.
I'm sick and tired of John causing me issues and stress, and I feel if his actions continue.
I genuinely believe my life's in danger.
Get unpunished, then it will continue to escalate, and people's lives may be in danger, including mine.
Yeah. 100%.
Yeah.
It's not just what he can do; it's what others can do.
And Are you happy to attend court?
Yeah. I've recently been in court for one of his proteges.
Yeah.
I'm sure you're well aware. So this is Anita girl.
I'm not too familiar, but I'll probably hear about her
Yeah.
when I think all that.
Just after the big thing that I read to you, I've just added, I've allowed the police to take a photo of my nose and the swelling which is still present. I exhibit this is LB1. Basically the picture.
Yeah. But if you would put, I would appreciate if he's, you need to look at his social media. There's a lot of evidence there. And I really want this letter to be investigated because it's him. Nobody else could. It can only be him.
Okay.
You know, I'm in court against one of Sanita, who is groomed for many years.
Yeah.
In my opinion, you know, he's taken on Blackpool trips. She's suddenly wayward off her head because probably being associated with him. Her own sadly her own parents, the guy, they don't give a shit.
Yeah.
She can go missing for days at 10, 11 years old. You know.
No, it's
I think
a sad situation. Yeah.
And I can, it's happening around there. Some bad things are happening. It's been going on a long time.
Yeah. I think mostly neighbourhood team are pretty.
Yes, can make glasses.
Just like an Amazon package.
Yeah. What do I do?
Just basically wrap.
Just squiggle your finger.
No,
try it again. Just sort of the skin bit.
There we go.
Is that okay?
Yep.
Yeah.
Just waiting for the next incident to happen. That's your life around there. It's just waiting. You know.
So basically, Lance, what will happen now is we'll go back to the station.
Yeah.
We write up on the crime. Have you been given crime number?
I've got a log number. Is that it? A log
Let's
number.
look.
Nice. 1494.
Oh no, I'll give you the crime number.
That's the log.
That's just on the structure. Just put it on top there if you will, please.
Just grab the crime.
Have you got it on there? Let me have a quick gander.
You just don't need it in your life, you know, you just don't need it.
Just having a quick gander now.
Just hope the judge puts him away at one of his court cases at one time.
Oh yeah, that would
Yeah.
be nice.
Got a bad feeling he's going to wangle his way out of it somehow.
I think your phone's about to die. Well, it's not going to die, but reset here. Yours working, guys? Mine's...
Yeah.
Is he not beating out Parkinson, did you not?
Parkinson.
He used to be well with him and Powell were always doing knee cleats.
Which one's Parkinson? What?
He was with PC Powell. They've had a run into it and they'll tell you about it.
Can't think of Parkinson. I know Powell, but I can't think of a Parkinson.
Actually, he put a load of writing in his front window about him. Tell him they're not allowed to call it his house and all this. He put out all these. What did he? Oh, I think some of them some of them neighbours initially said they'd got court for him.
Yeah.
And they realised he's nuts, and they kind of backfired. But he won't give them the statements back. He put them in his front window. He had about 6 statements written in his front window. Crackers.
He is.
Can you send me the Wigan crime number, please, in relation to our log? Thank you.
It's a pain we can't just... Oh, here we go.
Go ahead.
One 16173.
That's received, thank you.
Cheers, mate.
Oh, 1 second, let me just note that down. Yeah, cheers.
Thank you.
Basically, what will happen now is we'll go back to the station and write up on the crime, write everything you've told us, do our bits and pieces. We'll then link in with the neighbourhood team, who obviously are aware of your two issues and deal with all of John O'Malley's stuff. And we'll give them all the details that we've got collected from you tonight. We'll get some PCSOs and possibly officers to go around and check the cameras, and hopefully we'll catch it on CCTV. Then again, builds a bigger case for us. If we can't find that, it's sort of his word against yours. But because you're willing to go to court, then that's fine. But we'll sort of see if we've got enough to go forward with it.
It should be on seat, it really should be.
If it's in the middle, to be fair,
it's
in the middle of spinning gate, it's probably going to be on CCTV.
It's got to be, it could be more central, then it's got to be.
Just be prepared, if it's not on CCTV, it's your word against his, and it possibly might not proceed. But apart from that, if it's on CCTV and we've got
it's game over here.
We'll crack on.
He'll be panicking there. He knows what's going on there. It's just like
So yeah, in terms of that, we'll link in with the sergeant of neighbourhood. We'll talk about it, and yeah, you've got a crime number there.
Yeah.
Check up.
I've got,
Right.
you know, there's a few other people having issues with him, well, you know about
They'll know it, yeah.
yeah.
Like I said, we deal with, as soon as you call 999, we're a response officer, so we deal straight away. Whereas neighbourhood team deal with longer term stuff, like the racial stuff, the Romanian community, etc. As you well. But yeah, you got all the details, you got the log number, crime number, and we'll get out of here. Go to bed.
And tell Inspector what is in there, he can ring me if he wants to. I'll tell him exactly what's going on. You know, but I've had a letter off this recently because he doesn't seem. He's obviously he's like says information off CPS source, and it's like, I mean, he's basically saying, Mally. I mean, I just said. He's the only thing he said, John, he didn't mention him by name, of course, but he's saying he is inciting racial, and that is true. But he's not made 6 Romanian families move out of that. That isn't. Whoever's told him that, it hasn't happened. I'd tell you, if there's more moved in him than not moved out. And for some reason, this guy, he seems to think that he hate Malibu. It's the other way around. He's all with them. They're the only people who take him on round there. It's basically because he's giving them things and grooming kids, basically. That's true.
In terms of you staying here or going back to your address, what are you going to do in the next few days?
I don't know. Just play it by ear. Play it by ear.
And again,
face him,
as you know, any further issues if you see him at some stage, if he's done anything to your house, etc. Just give us a call.
He knows the law. He knows what's happening. It's just the CCTV, really. It really should be there. Even the woman at Precious said, "I'll be amazed." It said it's got to be. If you were there, and that act's got to be there.
So definitely 1:05. So we'll look between sort of 1 o'clock.
I'll go a bit, obviously. You'll see me milling about, and the neighbour joined me. I think we basically stood in the middle for an hour, just to sign it back, because the police had stay there. Whether they were on looking at the cameras even then, maybe, I don't know. It's a bit of a blur at the moment, but it should be on.
Brilliant. Right, we'll get out of your hair.
So thank you.
Nice meeting you, Lawrence.
Thanks for coming. Thank you.
No worries, pal.
Court again, great. Just what I wanted.
Cheers, man. See you later.
Brilliant. See you later.